What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Shonahue99, and it is Friday, November 21st, 2025, and that means one thing and one thing only. It is time for VVHL Season 9, Week 1 Livewire, bringing you everything that was Week 1 of VVHL Season 9, and what a crazy start to the season it was. A lot of stories being drawn right out of the gate here. Some teams moving up ahead, some teams having a rough Week 1. Nobody's story is over by any means. But there's a lot to go over, a lot of things to list off. We've got the stats coming at you. We have got the scores of all the games, the standings, and this week's power rankings after Week 1. Say it with me, poorly timed edible. Let's see if we can get through this as as a team.
Yo, you
together,
got this, Sean.
all of us.
Yo, I
All
believe
of
in
us.
you. And you got
Yes.
Tony right next to you.
Yes. I got my brother from
Yo,
another
you-
mother, teammates of 1478. I mean, we're having an adult sleepover and we're having olives, and some of them are pitted and some of them
Do you
aren't.
guys have
It's a problem.
PJs? Do you guys have PJs?
We got
Did you guys like?
Uncrustables.
Oh, solid.
Yes. You've
Listen,
already heard
you
his
can always
voice. Let's
tag-
get this man in here.
you
It's
can always
Mr.
tag
Backlash
Tony
Dan.
in.
How you doing?
Sorry, what's up, everybody? Yo, week 1's in the books. It's season 9. A lot of big things happening. A lot of rookies showing out week 1. I don't know, man. We already had a trade. I got traded. That was awesome. I mean, and crazy all at the same time. It's fucking week 1. Jeez, Jesse. I still love you though. But jerky on Jesse. That's what he said. So, and I was
I'm sorry, what?
nothing. What? Let's rewind that. Everybody cover your ears. Everybody get the flash.
up.
I didn't say that like that. Okay.
Yep, that's
So
me. You're probably
all I'm
right.
saying is that a lot has happened already, and it's week 1. Yeah, that's all I got, man. We got a lot to cover, and before we even get to Jesse, we got Meat Off the Bone live,
Right.
in the Oregadome Studios, live. We are live. I love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Along with Backblast Dan, alphabetically, this guy was just destined to come up next. It's Mr. BA Superhero, the voice of VVHL Tuesday. How you doing, BA?
I'm doing good. Happy it's Friday. It was an interesting week 1, and I'm looking forward to going over it and seeing who everybody picked as their player of the week. So I'm looking forward to all of what's coming on LiveWire.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a great night. Heard this man's voice already. It's Mr. Jesse Jen coming at us with a Meat Off the Bone interview later on in the show tonight.
What is up, everybody? How we doing?
Doing good, man. It's Friday.
Get high day,
on.
you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check.
Good day.
And with
some Meat Off the Bone coming up with Mr. Master of Disaster.
Master of Disaster. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And live in the VVHL studios, we've got my brother from another mother. It's Mr. T-Mazer 1478. T-Mazer 1478, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I am ecstatic. I am not at home. There's no responsibilities here. I just get to have fun. So I don't know if I could be doing any better with just a single version of myself here. If there's 2 of me, maybe I could handle it.
The only way I could describe
the edibles are
Christmas
real.
morning. I don't have to do anything.
I'm eating them right now.
There's olives. Some of them are pitted, some of them aren't, and that's a problem. But that's okay. We get through these things together. Well, thank you all for joining me here tonight.
You got
gentlemen.
infused olives?
No. Those are just the snack
Okay.
olives. No.
Jesse, is that a thing?
That would be something.
I'm sure it is, man. I infused jerky, and I infused honey, so I mean,
You have infused.
you can fuse
Yo,
it.
we got.
Oh, yeah, man.
I need to learn, man.
You ever try infused weed, man? Good stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
What a silly man.
We have got a great show for you here tonight. Let's get right into the scores from this past week. Kicking things off, the Arctic Tigers, with a correctly spelled name, 10-6 over the Snipers, dealing the Snipers their first loss in like 30-something games. So that's a big showing, game 1 for a newly formed Arctic Tigers team. The Space Cowboys, God, I wish Mikey Diesel was here right now to do this thing, but I'm not going to do it. 6-9, they fall down to the Slicers. Hoagie and the boys coming out strong right out of the gate. The Sewer Kings, fresh off a visit to the finals, 5-4 over the Torchmen. The Pirates, we're going to be hearing this team on Tuesday night a lot. 7-3 over the Bravehearts, and that Bravehearts team is looking phenomenal. Kudos to those boys. That's a big win for the Pirates. The Crease Police, you want to talk about teams that are looking real good, 5-4 over the Port City Flames. The Degenerates fall into the Mammoth. I believe that was Dex and the boys there, 11-7, so a strong win there for the Mammoth. And the Generals take down a really strong Dreadhounds team. Gentlemen, open floor. Right out of the gate, we got some crazy games.
Yeah, man.
I
I look
just
at these games and I look at the Mammoth Degenerates. Mammoth put up 11 goals in the first game of the season. That's a whole bunch, man. That's a team. That's a rookie team that's coming in. I think Vin's got a high profile name as far as being a top quality goaltender, and Ovi is a unbelievable D man. Um, I think putting up 11 goals game one is a statement game, big game.
Yes, you have
The
something?
Arctic
Sorry.
Tigers are
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead, B.
I was going to say the Arctic Tigers are the big takeaway from this one. I felt like consistently what we were talking about while we were on the stream was Prime G Frunk and the one ISO scoring goals. I think they performed incredibly well in this game, and it was a early showing of what they're capable of.
Prime G Funk's a great call there. He had himself a hell of a first week. Jesse, do you have anything to add there? I think you got cut off.
I was just gonna touch on. Excuse me, sorry. The Prairie Pirates, as you kind of mentioned earlier, just they're gonna be someone team to look out for. They've got a lot of talent on that team, on the front end and the back end, and 7-3 over the Bravehearts is no easy feat, because the Bravehearts, like you mentioned, are also one hell of a squad.
All right. Sorry, I just had to go AFK for just 1 second there. But on to the 9:45 time slot. The Arctic Tigers 2-0 on the night, 10-3 over the Torchmen. Bravehearts rebounding 7-5 over the Space Cowboys. Crease Police, don't look now. The Snipers are 0-2 on a Tuesday. 5-4, they get the Crease Police, although I believe that was in overtime. So points both are on both sides there. Slicers still looking strong. 2-0 there, 12-8 over the Degenerates. Dreadhounds rebounded back 7-6 over the Sewer Kings. The Generals and the Pirates in a frustrating game for me, because that Prairie Pirates lineup is so effing good that it annoys me. They are set. Prairie Pirates take down the Generals 6-3. Great showing by them. And the Port City Flames 7-2 over the Mammoth. A Mammoth team that put up 11 in game one. You got to think the Port City Flames are having a great show, and not only winning that game, but holding them to 2.
That's a big win. Going up against great goaltending. That's no easy feat, especially off a team that just get 11 goals. They're coming in feeling hot, so that's not an easy thing to shut down. You're right about that.
BA, as I look at it, I know you were calling the games on Tuesday, and I missed you, brother. It sucks to play on Tuesdays because we can't do our thing. But listening back, you guys absolutely killed it. The Slicers, a team I know you are very fond of, 12-8 over the Degenerates. 12 goals for the Slicers. Hoagie and the boys coming in hot.
100%, and it was fun to be on the streams while watching these games with Hoagie. That was a nice treat. But the Slicers were performing very well, not only in net but also with Gagoots, and Swoley was having himself a night, and got a chance to see Grazer, I believe is what he goes by. So it was
that's your man.
So I thought their performances across the board were fantastic. It was a really impressive performance.
And in a case of perfect timing on my part, because I'm kind of a jackass, Luigi subscribing with Primes, 10 months. Luigi, appreciate you, buddy. As always, all the money we get goes right back to the league, so anything like that just goes on to fund all the bots and everything we do. Thank you so much, Luigi. Appreciate the heck out of you. Yeah, that's a big showing by the Slicers. I just got to throw more love at that Pirates line in that 6-3 game, man. They were tough, and they kind of showed us what the upper tier bar is set to. So that is Lobsky, Zayner, and A-Day. Boy, oh boy. That's heck. Sorry, and Coronado. So yeah, the cherry on the top of all that. So that was a fun battle. Arctic Tigers going 3-0 on the night at the 10-15 game, 10-6 over the Space Cowboys. Snipers rallying back here, 9-5 over the Torchmen. Slicers, another big win for them, 7-6 over a tough Bravehearts team. Sewer Kings fall to the Crease Police. Crease Police going 3-0 on the night, I believe. Pirates, 12-5 over the Degenerates. The Port City Flames, 8-1 over the Dreadhounds. And Generals go 7-0 over the Mammoths. And that is going to round out our Tuesday games. Gentlemen, you can kind of see the stories already starting to form, but Wednesday's a whole nother beast. And as we hop over to Wednesday, 9:15, we've got the Dreadhounds taking the Degenerates 8-1. The Generals fall into the Crease Police. Man, oh man, I was watching that one. That Crease Police lineup was so good. 7-0. 5-4 Bravehearts over the Mammoth. Port City Flames 7-2 over the Torchmen. Space Cowboys taking down those Pirates 8-7. Sewer Kings over the Snipers 8-1. And the Slicers fall to the Arctic Tigers. Arctic Tigers 4-0. 7-4. Gentlemen, the first game on Wednesday, different lineups, different outcomes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very deep draft, and we had a lot of high-profile rookies that came in. I think everybody's going to have to feel out. The talent pool has changed additionally in ownership. I mean, a lot of prior first-round, second-round picks are now owning. A lot of goalies are owning this season. So it's really a lot of those guys, instead of being the first ones getting picked and trying to get snagged up, are now having to make those moves. And a lot of folks that haven't been draft eligible, like JG, Carney, it's now everybody's kind of figuring out lines. I think even in the way everybody's been playing is a little bit hesitant, except for the handful that already had that chem coming in. But it's been a different feel so far this season.
Sure, yes, sir. That's what I was kind of alluding to earlier with these stories starting to be written already. The front page has been set, and now, we got a lot of time left, but you throw a couple losses together, it starts to kind of feel like quicksand. So you want to get out of that real early. And, a lot of teams are already doing a good job setting themselves up. Arctic Tigers right near the top of the charts. We'll see that as we get to our standings. But first, 9:45 on Wednesday, Crease Police and Bravehearts have an all-timer 13-12. Bravehearts taking that one. I believe that was in overtime. Yeah, it was in overtime. So, crazy game. Oh, yeah, we watched that one. That was Bravehearts were up by a couple towards the end of the game. And is it Crazy that's on the Crease Police? He just went off. He had a ton of goals.
Yeah, he's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. He earns the name for sure. Torchmen and Degenerates 3-2. That was a fun one to watch as well. That was a great game back and forth. Dreadhounds, strong Wednesday showing so far. 10-3 over the Space Cowboys. Snipers firing back against the Generals 13-6. The Mammoth blank the Slicers 9-0. Big showing by the Mammoth there. Sewer Kings 8-1 over the Port City Flames. And the Arctic Tigers 9-2 over the Pirates. Very, very kind of just back and forth games so far. Sometimes it really is a lot right now. As we go on to our 10-15 games, we've got the Crease Police 10-1 over the Degenerates. The Dreadhounds 3-2 over the Bravehearts. Generals drop the Torchmen 9-2. Mammoths 8-4 over the Space Cowboys. Snipers 7-6 over the Port City Flames. Slicers 7-4 over the Pirates. And the Arctic Tigers, with their first loss of the season, get taken down by the Sewer Kings 8-4. Dan, did you watch that Arctic? You weren't playing on Wednesday, right?
I did not play on Wednesday. That was a totally new line of Show, Parks, Cloud, and BMAC, I think, played. I don't remember exactly, but those boys cooked. They played really well. They came out just being able to put shots on net, really good defense, and BMAC being BMAC, and we'll talk about him later.
Sounds ominous. We have not heard the last from him.
You're in trouble now.
You can't spell trouble without BMAC. I also can't spell trouble. And where does that put us at the end of week one? The Arctic Tigers are at the top of the charts, 15 points, tied with the Crease Police. Just some different overtime games coming into action there, points-wise. The Dreadhounds and Sewer Kings tied for third, 12 apiece. Slicers all alone in fifth with 11 points. The Mammoth and the Snipers tied for sixth with 10. The Generals taking up that last playoff spot with 9, tied with Port City and the Pirates. Only 1 point behind is the Bravehearts. Space Cowboys, only 3 points so far, but it's week 1. You just got to get used to it. Same thing with the Torchmen and the Degenerates, 2 points, 1 point respectively. It's week 1. Guys just got to make adjustments, and you know what? That's the beautiful pain of the game is trying to find that match and trying to get the answer to all those questions that'll get you out of that spot. So it's only week 1. Lots of time for teams to turn things around, but that's how the cards lay after week 1. Gentlemen, any surprises? What team's sticking out to you the most right now?
I think everybody's, wanted to see how the Snipers were going to return in this season. And I know that their record might not be as what you would expect coming off of their incredible streak to end last season. But you do have to take notice that they only lost to the 2 teams tied for first and the team tied for third. So it's something where you are like, okay, we're not reeling. We're just getting used to everything early, and then as the Snipers are inevitably going to do, really figure things out and ascend back to where we're used to them. I think that's what's going to happen just because of how much firepower they have and how much defense they've been shown capable of strategizing for. So I'm just, that's what I saw in this first week for them.
Well said, very well said. I got to stop this guy from pacing around the room the whole time. Mazer, tell us about that Generals Tuesday action that we saw. We'll see your name on that goalie leaderboard a little bit here. But tell us about everything you saw out there.
It was wild. It was back and forth. Very proud of my team in game 1 because I had a poor second period in that game. I was a little down on myself there, but nothing but a good vibe in the room. And yeah, the comeback in the third period really kind of set the tone for the evening. It was fun. It's going to be an interesting season being a goalie for sure. The amount that EA seems to hate goalies and defensemen this year should make it really, really fun. But all jokes aside, it was a blast, man. I really enjoyed week 1.
As a small, fast skater with beauty backhand, the game's never been better. It is the best it's ever been. But yeah, it was good times for sure. Let's take a look at our stats leaders now after week 1 and WTF. And I hope he doesn't take that as an insult because he's a great player. But what a week this guy had. Swoley Mammoth kicking things off. 33 points in week 1. Great job by Swoley. Prime G Funk 28. Infinite Madness. Thank you for the graphics. Everybody give Infinite a big old thumbs up anytime you see him out there. Dude's killing it again for us in season 9. He's got 27. Snickers with 26, tied with ISO and Gugoots. Crazy only one back with 25. Zaner with 22, and Buck and Caw Films with 21 apiece. Gentlemen, Swoley Mammoth, what?
Yo, I gotta say something. I had a conversation with Swoley Mammoth, I think like maybe 2 days before the draft. We're in a party. It's a late night LFG. Swoley's the man. I love playing with Swoley. We were talking about just how he feels that, he's kind of no, it was after the draft. I think he went later. He feels like, he's being, people don't remember how good he is, how good he can be. And I love that. And I said, hey, take that and do something with it, man. And just go, don't be hesitant, go score goals. And holy smokes. A 33-point week 1 is just bananas. So shout out to Swoley. The guy's just cooking. I'm sure he's so happy to be back with the Slicers. I think his playoff run and season that he had with them a few seasons ago, I think, what season was that there, Sean? Was that season 7, season 6? I can't remember.
It was around there for sure.
But he was just on fire. And way to start the season. Shout out Swoley.
Sir, shout out Swoley. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Prime G Funk, the first rookie showing up on the points leaders right there. How do we get to these points? Well, let's take a look at our goal leaders, and Crazy went nuts.
Crazy.
Right
on stream, too. That's all we were saying. Hey, it's Crazy again.
Just constantly having
that was Tuesday night with Swoley.
Yeah. So 20 goals after week one. Crazy got to be feeling good about himself there. Swoley, there he is again. 17 goals after week one is nuts. And you got to think, like, look at this. Snickers and ISO and Dex, 14 apiece. And that's not even close to who's on the top right now. That's crazy. But it's week one. We'll see how those numbers even up. That being said, Crazy is the man right now, goals-wise. Prime G Funk and FaZe Toxic. And there was a game we watched on Wednesday where it was just FaZe Toxic's name coming up over and over and over. Great week for him there. 13 apiece for those two guys. Scub Daddy, who let that guy become a sniper? That's going to be such a pain in the ass for all the teams, I swear. He's got 12, tied with J-Man Fish and Zaner. Assist leaders wise, it's the man himself, Infinite Madness, 21 on week one. Call Films and Buck Neeson, 18 apiece. Infinite Clams. Okay, now this is getting too much. One of you guys has to change your first name, because that's gonna end. Whatever, it's fine. 17 for him.
Infinite Clamness. Change your name. You guys should all like. It's like who are those two actors? That Timothy Olyphant and they just kind of look exactly like Yeah, they're just the same person at this point.
Who the hell is Swoley Marmoth? This is nah, that's fine. Nihilistic Yeti and Swoley Mammoth with 16 apiece. Gagoots, welcome back, tied with Prime G Funk 15 and A-Day. All three of those guys with 15, tied for 7, and Slur with 14. Hits leaders. There's a new gentleman on the block making a name for himself in 26, and it is Edith Snickers. 45 after week one is nuts. Hatfield Kid taking up his mantle up here again, 32. Slur with 28. Scheif and Vedano with 27. Jesse Jen, shout out Jesse Jen, 26. Varenzik with 25, tied with Brew and Scub Daddy and Showstopper, 24 apiece. Our hits leaders after week one. Keeping up on the defensive side of things, Snickers is up there again, 14 for him. Tank and Comeback King, making those Space Cowboys proud, 10 and 8 respectively. One Sad Boy, Disaster, Wax, Prime G Funk, and Hatfield all with 7. We got a logjam there. That's good for 4th. ISO with 6, tied with Mikey PT, good for 9th. On the takeaway side of things, Snickers is just wrapping up all the defensive categories at this point. 30 for him. Number 1 on the charts. Great job by Snickers this week. Mowski with 25. Shout out Mowski. Henny and Infinite Madness with 21. Crave Dog and FaZe Toxic with 20. Why Am I So Raw with 19. Biggie Otis with 18. And Hatfield Kid and Not Luigi with 17. Edith Snickers having a great start to the season defensively. Picking up exactly where he left off last season. Looking at our goalies, boy, oh boy, did the goalies come out to shine this week. BMAC, 88%. Settle down, BMAC. I see you in the chat there. Settle down. Just settle down. His 88% is absolutely nuts. Great job, BMAC. We got Karuna at 86.96. Battle Roaring with 84. Easy Dunk with 82. Vin with 81. T Mazer, that's the guy behind me, with 77. Highborn was 75. Coronado was 74, tied with Clutch Cookie. And Big Truck was 74 as well. Gentlemen, the goalies came out to play week one. Oh my goodness. PA, out of the games we watched this week, which goalie stuck out to you most?
Well, I have to first off say statistically, Karuna being a rookie coming in and performing as well as they did is pretty impressive. But as far as the goalies that I got a chance to see, I got to go with T Mazer. I enjoyed watching T Mazer in net.
You don't know what you just did to me. His ego for the night, I swear, he's already dancing. I'm not even looking, I just hear it.
I want to give a shout out to Battle Roaring. I think this is his 3rd or 4th season. He's pretty quiet in the chat. I think he's been on some pretty tough teams. He's been traded a few times, but it's good to see a guy coming in 3rd season, kind of turning that corner. It's kind of like a Clutch Cookie situation, a Highborn Pigeon taking that step up. And starting off the season 84% is pretty bananas. So shout out to him.
I guess T Mazer did good. Sorry, he did well. Superman. That's good. He gets me with that freaking time. I gotta say, shout out Big Truck, making a position switch like that and coming in 74% after week one, especially in a game that's geared towards scoring. Great job by all these goalies, but great job by Big Truck. GAA side of things, I mean, 2.0 is just ridiculous. Karuna and BMAC for the Dreadhounds and the Sewer Kings. 2.0 GAA after week one. Absolutely crazy. Dan, there he is again. You mentioned him. Battle Roaring 267. Vin coming in with a hell of a good 3.0. Teammates with 3.33 is actually pretty solid. Okay, yeah, I guess it's fine. He's dancing again. It's fine. It's fine. Stats are wrong. Great. That's awesome. That is just fantastic because I swear I copied it from their website. We have got Easy Dunk with a 367 Tiger Coronado, Big Truck with a 467, Aquino with a 467. You know what? I think the AI maybe got a little crazy with this one. But for now, this is reality. 5.0 for Gritty. I will have to check out exactly what happened with these numbers because a lot of this goes into ChatGPT to calculate everything, and sometimes it likes to get funky with it. But perception is reality, and that's what we have right now. So I guess Team Adrian is 333. There you go. Gentlemen, what a week one it was. Anything we want to cover before we get into the players of the week and our write-ups?
No, just a lot of new names in these leaderboards, and I love it.
Sir. Yes, sir. It's an awesome feeling to see the league growing like that every season. So very, very cool. Well, then let's get right into what do we want to do first? Let's do the Ask Row. Let's do the players of the week. And then we'll go into our team write-up. That's players. One second. Oh, there it is. It was the one marked players of the week. You can see how that would get tricky. Looking at the top five forwards, Prime G Funk, our number one forward of the week, 9.3 points per game. Some great stats there. What else can you say than that? Absolutely insane. We've got ISO in there as well. 14 goals, 12 assists, 26 points, 8.7 points per game. Crazy. Absolutely went crazy. 10, 25 for 35, 11.7, 87% passing. Great metrics all around. And great on the draw there, too. Great job by Crazy. Parks TTV, a rookie. 10 and 10 for 20, 6.7 plus 17. Great passing numbers. Good. Very close turnover numbers. You love to see it. And Zader. Give that man a thumbs up in the chat. 3 games played, 12 goals, 10 assists, 22.7.3 points per game, 83% passing. Great job by Zader. Gentlemen, our offensive players of the week. Give a round for these beauties.
I'm looking at the Parks TTV at number 4, honestly, just because that's just a credit to BMAC and Showstopper has an ownership duo to pull him in from another part of that trade that got back last stand. So it's a very big thing for him to be that performer at that level for them in that trade.
Yes, sir. Very well said. Our top 5 defensemen of the week. Caulfield's coming in at number 1. 3 goals, 18 assists, 21 points, plus 15. Great passing numbers, great turnover metrics. Buck Neeson, shout out Buck, second place, 3 goals, 18 assists, 21 points, 7 points per game, plus 10. Great passing numbers as well. Ovi the Great, a new owner, picking up right where he left off, though. 5.6 points per game, 11 goals from the back end. Great job there. Great pass numbers, everything. 21 hits, too. Boy. Showstopper. No surprise seeing him here. 10 goals, 9 assists, 19 points, 6.3, 17%, 84.72, 24 hits, as one does. and A-Day, a man who made my Tuesday a nightmare. 3 games played, 4 goals, 15 assists, 19.6.3 points per game, 85% passing, and great numbers. Gentlemen, who sticks out for you here out of our top 5 beautiful defense?
It's good to see
I just wanna
Bucky back
say-
up there. That's really all I got to say about him. But I think seeing Buck at number 2 is. I know he played a lot of center last season. I know he's probably happy to see his name back out there. He's a stellar D man.
What are you gonna say there, Jesse?
I just want to give a shout out to another rookie on the leaderboards there with Day at number 5.
Yeah, he was a nightmare to play against.
I've heard. I haven't played. I haven't had the pleasure of playing against him yet, but I'm sure when I do, it's going to be a glorious time.
Oh yeah. It's make sure you got a little whiskey just to, yeah, you'll see.
All right, whiskey and gummies. Gotcha.
Exactly. And our top 5 goalies of the week, we got BMAC at the top, 206, 88% save percentage. We've got Karuna in second, perfect as well, 206, 86.96 save percentage. We've got Battle Roaring. There he is again, Dan, 2-1 with an 84% save percentage. Great job there. Vin coming in 2-0-1, 295 and an 81.25. Great job there by Vin. And he's already dancing. I don't want to say his name again because he's so happy about this. Team Answer 1478, 2-1 with a 333 and a 77.27. Great job by the man himself. Gentlemen, our top 5 goalies. Who's sticking out to you? And I'll pay you not to say his name.
Well, I promise I won't, because I gave him love before. So this time we got to give some to the person that we haven't, I don't think, talked about yet, but is showing up on these statistics at high levels and in the top 5 goalies as well. And that's been Vinner Gantz, and I think that's the goalie that's showing up consistently. We saw Ovi as well in the GM spot of the team, and Vin in the ownership spot. So seeing them perform at a high level together is exactly what you're looking for. It's a good start for them, and I'm excited how they're going to start figuring it out and bouncing amongst the teams as the season goes on.
I'm going to take the time to say that Tony did a really good job moving from wing to goalie. And, in a draft that definitely was lacking on goalies, he stepped up big for the team, and he's showing up. He's showing he can excel at the spot. So you can't see it, but I'm giving him a thumbs up.
The gummies have hit him so hard he can't see.
Yeah, exactly. Turns out I was talking to a mop this whole time. But that is our players of the week. Congrats, everybody there. Great week 1, and they were the ones that excelled the most. Let's take a look at the write-ups here.
Yeah.
Starting off at number 14, and again, these are all done just in fun. Please, by all means, do not take these to heart. And this is just part of the media that we do, and it's not meant to be negative to anybody, but it is fun, and it's just good fun part of the process. But we do have the degenerates in the last spot here. They're still searching for first, but hey, I was talking to those guys, and I said, hey, you still got some huge pieces in guys like Dex and Picks, and you just got to make it work. And you know what? That's 2 smart owners right there that just had a bad week. And if you look at their schedule, they actually had it pretty rough in terms of who they had to play. So look for these guys to bounce back. Gentlemen, what did you guys think of the degenerates?
Well, I mean, they obviously had a tough week, but like you said, there's so many building blocks for the team to feel confident about as they move forward. It's first week, things are going to happen, but this is definitely something that they can rebound from, given the performances we've seen, not only from Marky Mark and Not Luigi, but obviously, like you said, Dex and Pix to Funk, and Bulky Microbe's a great goalie. So I think that they're in a position to bounce back. It's just going to take some time. Also, Johnny Longtwig shows up very well here and there. So it's just about being more consistent and as far as more awareness of him, honestly, more than his performances. And one sad boy is a good defender. So it's a team that definitely has all the pieces. It's just a matter of figuring it out.
Yes, sir. Very well said. Coming in at 13, we do have the Torchman. A bit of a rough start, but I think a lot of guys really shone bright on that team, and I think there's some good things ahead for them for sure. I forgot that we have somebody waiting to do an interview, so we're going to kind of speed through these as much as we can. Jesse, tell us about the Torchman. Well, Sean, I can only talk about how cool you are because I don't think it's there. Dan, tell us about the Torchman.
Well, as a former Torchman, as a draftee of the Torchman, I think they pretty much reinvented themselves the day before the season. You're figuring out new lines. I know when we played them, it was a really tough game. I know they got EK over there. They got Torch It with the Torchman, and I think they're gonna have to figure out the right chem, the right team, the right lines. But they have the talent to do it. They got some really good veterans in the room, and I think altogether they can figure out a really competitive balance for themselves.
At 12, we got the Space Cowboys. Woo! Woo! I had to do it once. I had to. It was compulsion. I couldn't help myself. But coming in at 12 is the Space Cowboys. 1-5 is great, but you know what? When we were watching them on Wednesday, that line was really, really fun. Really, really energetic. They were not taking it. They were dishing it back and forth. Just kind of ran into some rough games that could have really went either way. But yeah, their one win that we had on stream, and I'm trying to remember who it was against, but it was a super fun watch. I should remember who the other team was, but I just remember Mikey scored a bunch, and that was real fun to watch. So, go Space Cowboys. BA, the Bravehearts. This was a very interesting team to watch in week one. They had some rough games, and they came out shining in a lot of them. Tell me about those Bravehearts.
Well, this is a team that before the draft, one of the things that I took note of, and I'm sure others did as well, is that this is a team that's all previous players of the VVHL. This is a thought process by HJNO and Jammec to go with something that it's a known quantity, and they did that throughout the entirety of the draft. And I think that's what we're seeing is a team that's capable of performing early, just because there at least is a little bit of understanding already of what it takes to play. And also, you look at a player in the 6th round for this team in Phase Toxic shows up on one of the leaderboards, so that's something to take into consideration.
Yes, sir. Jesse, are you back with us now?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. Welcome back.
All right.
Good, sir. We got the Port City Flames at 10. What are you thinking of Port City so far after week one?
The Port City Flames, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. I actually had the pleasure of sitting down with Rifle Drum last night for our interview. He's fired up for the season. We saw him in net, actually, Tuesday night when we were calling games, and we were all like, what? But holy man, that boy can play net. So, I mean, with that going on, I think these guys are going to go far, and they're going to be definitely a force to be reckoned with and watch out for them for sure.
9, Dan, the Prairie Pirates. Tale of two teams right now after week one. 3-0 night one, 0-3 night two. What are we thinking of the Pirates so far? What I meant to say was BA, the Prairie Pirates. What a run they've had so far. A tale of two teams. What are you thinking of the Pirates there, BA?
I think you said a lot of what the conversation is right now. It's a team that is a tale of two halves, if you will. It's just going to be about balancing the lineups or just getting the chemistry that you need on those lineups. But they had a big win versus the Dreadhounds night one, 8-1. They had that one loss, but it was only a one-loss goal to the 6th, tied for 6th snipers on night 2. So not a bad team. Sorry. Wait a second.
No, I think they went 0-3 on Wednesday.
No, yeah, that I just read for the Port City Flames. My bad. Don't listen to me.
Tell us about those Port City Pirates.
My bad.
But no, yeah,
But
the
no,
Pirates
they were
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, they were tied for fifth with the amount of goals that they had this week and eighth in the goals that they allowed. So I think, like you said, it's a tale of two sides still, though. That part is true.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. T Major, you're on the spot. Tell us about these Generals ranked 8th after week 1.
After week 1. Yeah, it was a very good week for everybody. We had some ups and downs. Everyone faced definitely had a very challenging roster that we faced. Were teams that we had to face. Excuse me, they had really good rosters against us, and yeah, we showed up well. I think we found a lot of good things to work on as well. But all in all, if you would have told me 3-3 going into the next week 2, I'd have taken that.
I thought I had more time to chew. No, it was a good week 1 for sure. Backlash Dan, are you with us, good sir? No, he's busy. Jesse, what about these South Beach Snipers?
Oh, the South Beach Snipers. You know, I honestly expected to see more wins. I was surprised at their week. Again, that's not taking anything away from them. They're a team they're gonna bounce back. And next thing you know, I mean, last season they had a few losses too, and then they went on a 31 game streak, including the championship. So week 1, don't let it fool you guys. They're gonna come out firing on all cylinders next week, and I expect to see a lot of big things. They got so much good scoring over there and good goaltending. I think it's just a matter of they're gonna get together this weekend and work out the couple little few things, and next week it's look out, everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We know what that team's capable of. The Mammoth sitting in 6th. BA. Vin and Ovi having a great week. They're had a great week, having a good season so far. What do you think we're going to see in week 2?
I think we're just going to have to. It's really about watching what happens with their the offense for them. Obviously, this is a team that's built around the defensive side, the goalkeeping side. But seeing how the rookie Fenny, the first round pick at 12th overall, seeing how they perform, Boss always doing what Boss does, and that's really the side that you're looking at, because otherwise you're pretty confident on what they can do on the defensive side.
No doubt. Oh, I'm going to steal one here. We got Hoagie and Buck and the Slicers having themselves a great week. Find themselves 5th overall in the power rankings, going 4-2. And yeah, I mean, they took a gamble, taking a goalie 3rd overall, a great goalie in Grazer, and it's paying off so far. And I think we're going to be seeing that playoff version of the Slicers this season. I know Hoagie will be the first to say they underperformed last season. I don't think we're going to be seeing that this season. I think it's going to be the same old Slicers causing a lot of problems for a lot of people. Jesse, let's go to you here again. Here we got Crave and Zeph and the Dreadhounds sitting 4th overall in the power rankings.
You know what? The Dreadhounds, they're another great squad. Zeph and Crave and Booyah achieved. They've got wicked chemistry together. I kind of in the draft, I kind of knew that he was probably going to wind up there. It was quite interesting to watch the draft, and it's been an interesting week. Looking at the week, seeing them go 4-2. It's they've got 5 goals a game each for Zeph and Mayers, which is decent. And they're going to just light it up some more. And Crave didn't do much this week. He was seem to be a little light on the goals, but I mean, we all know what Crave Dog's capable of, and once Crave Dog starts rolling, it's gonna. We all know they're gonna steamroll. They will be some heavy contenders, and some heavy defensive hockey will have to be played against these guys in order to surpass them.
PA, the Sewer Kings, BMAC, and Showstopper find themselves in a familiar place at the top of the rankings.
I don't think anybody's surprised. This is a team that has shown 3 seasons in a row. They know how to put a team together. They know how to and now apparently trade as well in a big way. I would say, not that they haven't made trades before, but make trades in an even bigger way than we have usually seen, with their ability to add talent, and all of that talent really show up early on and often in the way that their team performed overall, and coming out this week tied for third.
Jesse, number 2 on our power rankings this week, the Arctic Tigers, a brand new squad with Mew and ISO. What a week they had.
Oh goodness, the Arctic Snipers. The Arctic Tigers. They are firing on all cylinders. I made a comment a couple times in some parties and in some things that they are showing. Like they're looking like the Snipers last season. Just replayed them. It was a 10-3 loss, I think. Like it was insane. These guys got heavy chemistry. They know each other. ISO and Mew they're both like, Mew can do anything. ISO can put points up while he's eating a sandwich and drinking a beer at the same time. Like these guys are something to look out for. They've got, we got Prime G Funk, who, if I'm not mistaken, is a rookie this season, who's leading with the pack with 9.33 goals, which is just nuts. 9.33 goals a game. These guys, look out for them. They are on a warpath, and they are looking for the championship.
Yes, sir. And BA, our top team of the week, and what a week they had. It's the Crease Police.
Well, I think everybody anticipated this team was going to do well, just based off of It's Me Aquino in goal and Easy Dunk in goal. So I think everybody thought that was a great starting point. And then to add Biz and Stefano, Infinite Clams has shown up this week crazy in a humongous way as a 5th round pick. So and Master of Disaster has played well as well. So it's a team that's performing all the way through. And shout out to Swinner as well, obviously. But this is just a team that's performed pretty well all the way through, and I get why everybody sees them as the number 1 team. And what I'm looking forward to is an Arctic Tigers Crease Police game as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The unstoppable force meets the unmovable object. I almost said the irresistible object. I'm tired. I'm gonna go play video games right now. It sounds like a good wrestling name. No, you know what? I'm just rambling at this point. Well, that is week 1 in the books. Week 2 is just going to be nuts. I can't wait to get to it. It was a super fun week 2. Kudos to everybody. Everything went smooth. Everything was cool. It was just good times overall. That's why we do all of this, is because we have such a great community. So we appreciate the heck out of all of you. Oh, yeah, that's right. Before I forget, if you look in the chat, you are going to see that it's time for VVHL Secret Santa again. Take a look at it, sign up, send somebody a funny gift, receive a funny gift. That's how you guys have done a Secret Santa before. You don't need me to. But it went off really well last season. That's why we're doing it again. Great times were had by all. And yeah. It's definitely worth it for sure. Well,
Lead off the bone time.
Oh God, Jesus! I was about ready to. So, yes, thank you.
I wasn't gonna let you.
Yes, thank you. Hold on. Let me click 2 buttons here and meet off the bow time with Jesse Drow. That says draft day edition still. We'll get that updated right away. Jesse, take it away.
All right. If you want to pull Masta into our chat, he's in the waiting room. He didn't have access to the green room.
Oh, yes.
We will get this. We will get this going. I'm excited too because we just talked about the Crease Police, and Masta is on the Crease Police. So it just kind of worked out that hey, finish up the power rankings with the Crease Police, and we're going to talk to a Crease Police and get some thoughts on him with him. Masta, how's it going, man? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, not too bad. Just won games 3 and 4 in the best of 5 over in a different league tonight.
Very nice, very nice. What's that against a team that I might be on over there?
That was Sunnyvale.
Okay, so you are a rookie in the VVHL this year, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
sir. I did get a couple ECU games under my belt last season.
Okay, that's right. I remember. So you've seen the interview process then, so we'll just kind of jump right into it. First things first, we'll start off with the usual. Tell us all a little bit about Master of Disaster. I know you a little bit from other leagues and whatnot, but let everybody else know a little bit about yourself.
My name's Isaiah. I'm from Ohio. I just enjoy playing video games and hanging out with the boys.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's amazing how much video games can just bring so many people together to just have a good time and just get along.
Oh yeah, one of my best friends I actually met on Fortnite like 10 years ago, and I actually lived with him for a little while in Louisiana.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've never met anybody. No, I've never met anybody, but I got my buddy Irish Zeta, who we've been buddies for like 8 years. Like used to like own teams together. Like I used to talk to him more than I talked to my wife.
Yeah,
I always said we were in a hetero. He was my hetero life partner.
The lady gets a little upset sometimes when I play too much, so sometimes I have to dial it back.
Right. So speaking of some video games, how do you find the transition was moving from 25 to 26?
Honestly, it hasn't been too bad in my personal opinion. I think it feels a little bit smoother movement-wise, but I will say they kind of messed with defense a lot this year and made it all that harder to play, especially poke checking this year has been atrocious.
Yes, I've noticed that. Now, they just did an update where I read that, in their update patch, they said, oh, we fixed poke checking. I played last night on defense. No, they didn't.
The only thing they did was change it to where you don't lose momentum on the first 2 pokes.
Well, exactly. Yeah, okay, yeah, right. And then you're drained after that.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of being a rookie on the Crease Police. Okay, I think the gummies are kicking in, boys. Being on the team with the best goalie tandem, how are you feeling? Empowered, protected, or slightly concerned?
It feels great. I know I got a goalie I can trust that trusts me to cover that pass. So that's really all I got to do. I got 2 great forwards with me on any line I'm on, so I just got to stay at home defense.
Nice. Yeah. So those you got. I mean, I know Duncan Aquino pretty good. I drafted Aquino in his rookie season when I on the money shots, and just we instantly clicked. He's a great guy. And same with Dunk. Like I played with Dunk a handful of times, and he's a gem too. You're in good hands over there, I think.
Oh yeah.
So you've been here a little bit since last season, and you're coming in as a rookie season this season. How did you hear about the VVHL?
Ironically, by someone who's banned in here.
Oh, I probably know who that is. Probably my buddy.
It would be Rutez.
Yes, Roots. Yes, Roots. I missed that boy.
Yep, good old Q.
Yeah. Huh. And being here, you've been here. You were here, I think, mid-season last season. You came, I think.
I was here at the start of last season, but they were just mainly looking for more goalies, not more forwards. So I didn't have the chance to play, just ECU.
Right. So you've been here to see a full season, and then to see the full season, the draft process, and the start of the new season. What's your
Yes.
thoughts on the on the league as a whole? What's your thoughts on the VVHL?
So far, everything I've seen, I think it's run very smoothly. Everything seems to always run on time, and everybody's always friendly with each other. And it's nice coming to play in a league where it's just you can have fun, relax, and be competitive, and not have to worry about people not being great human beings.
Right? It's such a breath of fresh air to you could go out there and just get completely obliterated by I don't know, the Arctic tigers, and all of a sudden I'll go sit in the game chat. Hey, GG's Mew, and hey, my have next. It's never a chirp fest, right? It's such a great place. It's the energy is just so contagious.
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's fun to chirp back and forth, but it's just, you got a lot of people in those leagues where they chirp. They take it too far and don't know when to stop.
Exactly. It goes from a chirp to to what are you doing? To just an insult. So I'm gonna. You've seen the Food Channel?
I've seen some of the meals in there. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask one of my favorite questions that I ask in my written interviews. You're gonna get me out for one evening. I'm gonna cook anything you want. What am I cooking?
Either some ribs or some steaks.
Some ribs or some steaks. We could just do both, for crying out loud. I mean, best of both worlds.
Oh yeah, cannot go wrong with ribs or steak.
All right, so we're getting towards the end of it. I'm going to wrap it up with the final question here. Same question I ask in all my interviews at the end of the interview. You've been here, like I said, for a cumulative of a full season. If you consider, start of last season, we're in the start of this season. Do you have a favorite memory in the VVHL so far?
Honestly, getting to hang out with and meet a bunch of different people and just play Chell at a competitive level and learn to get better.
Yeah, I have to agree there. I would say that is one of the greatest things about this league too, is you can, everybody plays with everybody. It's not just the top dogs play with the top dogs. You have such a good chance to develop your game. I know for me, I went when I started here from 2-point a game guy to 2.5 points a game now.
Mm-hmm. I got lucky to average 3, but again, that's just assists from the forwards I'm with. Can't say enough about how Duncan Aquino drafted. We have a very great team. The locker room vibes are always high, and it's just such a blast.
Well, and that's just it. It's going to be that. I mean, you could get traded. I'm not saying you're going to, but you could get traded to 6 different teams, and you're going to go into every locker room, and you're going to come out of every locker room saying, "God damn, those vibes are amazing in there. It's a great place to be. Great group of guys." Because that's just everybody in here, a great group of guys. And on that note, I'll let you get back to playing some video games and give you back your time here, and we'll end this edition of Meat Off the Bone. And do you have anything you want to add before we sign off?
I think that about sums it up, but I appreciate you having me on, man.
All right. I thank you for coming on, and it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yep, look forward to seeing everybody on the ice.
Have yourself a wonderful evening and a happy Friday night.
Hey, I muted myself. Thank you, Disaster, for joining, and great job, Jesse. Another great episode of Meat Off the Bone, learning more about our communities and our great members. Thank you, Jesse, again, and thank you, Disaster. Gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the show. What a week one it was. Like I said, the thing I love about every season is the storylines that we see evolve in front of us from week to week, and we've got a great start to the season. Teams looking to rise out of a rough start, teams that are going to be fighting to stay atop the charts the whole way through, and then there's just chaos in between, and I love it. That's what makes this league so great, along with our great members. So we appreciate the heck out of all of you. Let's do a quick round table before we call it a night. Dan, if you're with us here, anything to add before we go?
No, awesome job by all. Jesse, great interview. Great to get to know everybody from the community. We mentioned the Secret Santa. I know you popped that up there, Sean, so I appreciate it. Yeah, sign up. It's a lot of fun. no one's going to be looking at your info. It'll be shared with one person who's your Secret Santa. And it's just for, it's just to keep the vibes high. It's holiday season. You never know. You never know what you'll get. I got some cool stuff last season. Diesel hooked me up. But yeah, have a great week too. Enjoy your weekend. I know the lobbies are going to be crazy. I know somewhere someone's singing karaoke. Hinder is on repeat somewhere. And yeah, no, shout out to everybody. Oh, and check out the shop. If you didn't see the announcement this morning, the season 9 jersey line is out. So what is it? kxk.com/VVHL. So absolutely check them out. They did, and shout out to JG. Everybody, you see JG in a party, be like, yo, dude, thanks for making our jerseys so sick on the shop, because they absolutely are. They're fantastic. They're the greatest hockey jerseys in the world. Buy one right now.
They come from China.
I just spit out my water shot.
Pepsi.
They do come from China, and KXK's great. They're an amazing company.
They really
They're an
are.
awesome partner. We love them.
Absolutely. BA, how about yourself?
It was a great week 1. It really was. There was some surprises, but also some good surprises. It was also some things that were status quo. So I'm very interested to see what the rest of the season, 8-week season, we're back to that, and I'm very excited about it. So I'm excited to see all of these different teams and what their adjustments are going to be for next week.
Very well said. Very well said. Jesse, how about yourself?
You know what? I just want to say it was, again, a great week 1. All the teams out there, win, lose, or draw. Like I tell my guys in the locker room, is you lose a game, as long as you take some lessons out of it, and still consider it a win, because the next time you go out there, you ain't going to make those mistakes. I also want to thank everybody for all the support with Meat Off the Bone and looking and watching the interviews and just sending all the love. And we're going to keep it going. And everybody keep in touch. If you didn't see it in the Gen chat earlier when I dropped the secret, I'm not going to re-drop it. But we do have a surprise interview coming up in a few weeks mid-season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Team Azer, right behind me. Anything to say before we go?
What an evening it was being behind the scenes here. The number of people that Sean employs here to make this all run smoothly as he does for you is amazing. A staff of tens, if you will, working around the clock here for you people. Yeah, no, it was a great season. I'm looking super forward to next week. It was crazy how many really high-scoring games there were this last week. I think you're going to see that start to dial in a little bit as teams, get a little bit more chemistry in there and kind of get things sorted out. But yeah, as far as the week 1 goes, there was very little hiccups, no big pains in the bum, and a lot of fun hockey was played.
Oh, I was muted. Yes, sir.
Dead air.
Well, hey, thank you to Infinite Madness for all the graphics tonight. He's back in action. Great work on his part. Dan, all the work that you did too, getting everything situated media-wise and the write-up-wise, fantastic. Yeah, big thank you to Infinite, Dan, BA, Jesse, teammates of 1478, Disaster for showing up too. Go out there, have yourselves a great Friday. We appreciate the heck out of all of you. We'll be back on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for VVHL Season 9, Week 2. Have a great night, everybody. We love you. Take care. I can't
We're going to get high.
What? No, we're not. No, Mom. Tony was lying. He was kidding. Tony, say you were kidding.
Who's making the pizza rolls? That's all I want to know.
Mom, the pizza
Mom,
rolls.
the meatloaf.
Take care,
That's the
everybody.
meatloaf.